there you have it. It will be a progressive conservative majority government. Tim Houston returning to this building, Province House, Paul, as Premier once again.
Well, I guess we can safely say that the early election call worked. He was able to take advantage of discontent with Justin Trudeau, caught the other parties off guard. But I think you have to say it's not going to get much better than this for the
Inside
Progressive
election night
Conservatives.
headquarters there, the PCs, and people are watching the TVs and enjoying what they're seeing and hearing.
You know, governments in Nova Scotia are usually rewarded with a second term, but this is shaping up to be a really big win for a second term. And certainly it would be a vindication for Tim Houston as a leader. It would be a vindication for the government that he ran. He was obviously the most popular leader in this election. That was what polling told us throughout, that in fact he was best seen. There they are. They're starting to clap through, and so they should. He was seen as best able to deal with the issues that voters really cared about. We heard David Cochrane refer to that: healthcare, affordability, lowering taxes. They were a second close second to the.
They're celebrating,
and so they should close second to the NDP on improving housing. But this is the PC party's night. Just 37 seats to 7 for the NDP.
And they are doing it with style for sure. The PCs, for those of you watching the board, 37 for the PC, leading and elected, 7 NDP, 3 Liberal, 1 Independent, 7 seats still to report in Nova Scotia. But boy, we're getting a good picture of what's happening here in the province.
Exactly. When we step back again, you know, last time we looked at the share of the vote, it was 60% for the PCs. If we can pull up that again, they're sitting at 36 seats right now. 8 for the NDP, 3 for the Liberals, and 1 Independent. Down a tiny bit from the last time we showed this board, but still a massive number, 57.8%. That's the share of the vote for the PCs. And as we talked about earlier, 21.9% for the Liberals, but it's not reflected in the actual seats that they're leading in right now.
No, and this is at least partially a reflection of the fact that the Liberals very much had to run a province-wide campaign tip to tail. Zach Churchill was from Yarmouth to Cape Breton and back, because that's what you had to do. The NDP, as a more metro-centric party, at least for now, going into this election, were concentrated primarily on metro seats. They were up to Cape Breton a little bit, down through the valley a little bit. But let's state the obvious here, that the core strength of that party is in HRM. And so that lower percentage share is still translating into more seats.
Yeah, look at that. Up 18.7 for the PCs from the last vote. That's huge. And the Liberals down 14.6. The NDP down a little bit too. So
well, that really is something worth noting, right? The Liberal vote is cratering, really, but the NDP right now is leading in 2 seats more than they finished the last election with, and yet they have a lower vote share than what they had after the last election.
So it's all where the votes land.
Indeed it is.
Yeah, things going the PC way tonight for sure. Let's get to our reporter who was with the PCs tonight. Shayna Luck has the latest from the election night headquarters there in Pictou County. Shayna.
Tom, I don't even know if you can hear me at this point because the music is blasting. There's a whole lot of cheering going on, and people are absolutely just glorying in this moment. I saw a lot of really ecstatic hugging earlier, and so there's this real sense, I think, of victory here, and there's the sense, you know, that the hard work of the campaign has paid off. People have talked to us tonight about the work that they've done over the course of the last month, and so really, can you hear that? It's quite the party, and lots of people tuning into all of the broadcasts and just soaking up this moment right now. Tom?
Okay.
All right, Shayna, thanks so much. Doing her best to hear as she can there with all that music playing in the background, the party happening in real time.